Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I'm One Bar with Lupicus in his fancy attire. We are going to be talking Vikings Training Camp Day 3, and there is some well-worthy nuggets to be talking about. We're going to go over them all, courtesy thanks to Courtney Cronin, as always, Eric Smith, Will Raggets, giving us these nuggets, and we're just gonna spill them all over you.
Day 3, as the French would say, Verdi Tres.
Well said. Well said. Remember, hashtag swag in the comments to win that One Bar and Lupicus. Beautiful swag. Subscribe.
One of these.
Yep. Yeah, maybe we'll be one of those. Subscribe, like the videos. Let's do this.
Maybe a nice robe.
You know, a robe. I'm a robe guy myself. I enjoy suiting up at night.
I enjoy it from September till about early April.
Early April, that's not bad. Let's first talk about the guys who did not practice once again. Same usual suspects: Darrisaw, Cabral, Riley Peterson did not practice. Westbrook and Pierce were out there, but not out in the live reps. And it appears Brashad Breland and Daniil Hunter are very, very close to full participation, which is great news. I don't like the fact that Darrisaw is still not out there.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I just the more and more time he misses, the farther and farther behind he's going to be. And for a rookie who you want to be your left tackle, he needs every damn rep he can get. So I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Well, another thing that we might not like is the fact that we had our first injury, and Bisi Johnson went down with a knee injury. Says that he was pretty much seen on a golf cart with a big old knee brace on. Does not sound fantastic. I'm sure we'll get more details on this, but that doesn't sound great.
No, nothing about this sounds good at all. I know KJ Osborn has been the talk of camp, but I do think Bisi Johnson was going to make this team. This is a serious knee injury. He can now be put on IR, and maybe he comes back next year to compete. A fringe guy, but I do think he's make the team. But now this opens the door for KJ Osborn to make the team.
How dare you? Hold on. This is for Bisi. Bisi, you get well real soon. Honestly, I'm going to sound like a not very positive here, but this might be the best case scenario for Bisi, because I'm on the other side of things, because I think Bisi was going to be fighting for that spot. And if he goes on IR, who knows? We'll see what happens. But if it's serious, maybe he comes back and battles next year for a spot, but we will see.
No, you're right. It may be a silver lining situation for him.
It may be. So let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Some takeaways. I'll let you fire away a little bit.
Well, I think to me, one of the biggest ones is Irv Smith Jr. just continues to shine, continues to make plays. You saw the beautiful clip of him making that like leaping backwards, bobbling the ball, and then coming down with it. Again, him and Kirk Cousins seem to be having some little bit of magic here early in camp, and let's hope this continues. Irv Smith, everybody's expecting him to bust out this year, and everything we've seen so far is definitely pointing in that direction.
Come on, Irv. This is your moment. This is your time. Let's talk. You mentioned KJ Osborn already, but let's dig into that a little bit deeper. Again, Alter with the threes. My biggest takeaway out of this is just he had to have leapfrogged Chad Beebe. I mean, why is Chad Beebe on Alter with the threes? This one's kind of a mystery to me. I don't know how to take it.
I'm still not buying too much into this yet. If we get into like preseason game 1 and you see him starting above Chad Beebe, then I'll be a little more serious about the KJ Osborn making the team kind of thing. But right now, it's nice. It's a good story, but so was Hansel and Gretel. It's not my favorite.
That was not a good story. That was actually a really bad story. It was creepy as shit, Hansel and Gretel, that story, if you really read it again.
Yeah,
I still think, like I said yesterday, I still think they're just putting him out there to see what he actually can do at a receiver. But Chad Beebe's got to be over there scratching his head a little bit. And Osborn, he did have another good play today. We'll see how it shakes out. Obviously, all signs point to D.D. Westbrook being our number 3 when he's back and healthy. So Osborn's probably looking at more as that 4th, 5th receiver. But getting a lot of run.
It all depends on how many they're going to keep. And, with BC's injury, who knows what that's going to be. So that could be the door that makes KJ Osborn make this team.
God, yeah. We weren't very nice to him this offseason, so maybe he's going to look like fools as far as we just
make
figured.
Us look like fools.
Gonzo. Yeah, that's what I said. Let's talk quarterbacks quick. The Kellen Mond, Jake Browning backup battle is still just grueling. The whole NFL is watching this battle. The whole world is watching this battle.
I got to be honest. I haven't seen a single clip of Jake Browning throwing a ball yet.
Well, Jake Browning is clearly altered with the twos, and Will Ragatz actually had a very, very good point that I'm going to bring up here is Jake Browning knows the offense. So alter with the twos, they want to see the twos in action. So they want somebody out there that's going to know the offense. He mentioned as far as Jake Browning cannot make all the big throws. Kellen Mond can clearly do that. He just doesn't know the offense yet. So I think this is going to shift to Kellen Mond just being handed that spot the later we get into this preseason.
Well, and it's what the Vikings do. They like to put the experienced guys in first, give them some run, the young guys catch up, and then they kind of replace them with the guys you think are actually going to start, the most talented players. So Kellen Mond will be our number 2. I have no doubt about that.
I'm glad you said ketchup.
Thing,
I'd put ketchup on anything.
Not me. Fries, burgers, brats, dogs.
Scrambled eggs.
Maybe my dick once in a while.
All right.
One more thing on the offensive side of the football. Wyatt Davis working as the third team center. What's your take on this?
Well, Cole Cabral, isn't he our third, basically our center? They just needed a body out there. Well, sure, let's give Wyatt Davis some reps. Emergency situation, maybe he can play center. He's not going to be a center. They need to throw a body out there. They put the poor rookie out there. Go snap some balls.
There's one thing, though, I think we need to look into this a little bit is that I think the Vikings do want every one of their linemen to be versatile, to have another option that they can be, to be able to play more than one position. So Wyatt Davis can play guard, can play center. Hey, makes them more valuable. I think that's what they're looking for. And I think when it comes down to skimping on a position, O-line could be the one. If they have all these guys who play different spots, that's where you can see maybe a spot going a different position.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for a week or so down the road to see what shakes with this offensive line. I mean, they had Oliudo out there with the 3s today. They had him out there with the 1s. He is all over the place. They are toying with this poor guy's emotions. They're toying with our emotions. Dakota Dozier and Oliudo still with the 1 splitting time at that right guard. Wyatt Davis still with the 2s. We'll just see how it shakes out.
Yeah, there's one last thing. I'm going to put this on the offensive one, but it could be defensive. We had a little bit of a skirmish in today's practice. Garrett Bradbury versus Armon Watts, one of the best matches since Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior squared off in WrestleMania 6.
Great match. I bet Ellis Gregor, if he's watching, I bet he got very excited about that.
Oh, I bet he did. I bet he was the first one to rent that when it came out on VHS.
He might have been there.
He might have been. All right, here's the thing. Garrett Bradbury gets pushed back about 6 yards, and he kind of throws Armon Watts to the ground. I like to see the fire in Bradbury. I don't like to see him get pushed back. So,
well, that's all we've seen from Bradbury is get pushed back. So this is not anything new. Mm-hmm. I hope Armon Watts whispered in Bradbury's ear that said, "You were a first-round center. Start pulling your damn weight and start showing this team why they drafted you in the first round."
Yeah, I feel like we've really been very supportive of Garrett Bradbury over the years, but this is the year where it's all going to come out. I think he might be a candidate to be turn of the game very often this season.
We'll see. Let's keep a positive attitude here. Hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully he turns everything around. Final on offense. There was a video out there, Kellen Mond throwing a beautiful pass to none other than Whop Fillier, just taking that thing in, saying KJ Osborn, who, bam.
I saw it throw a beautiful pass, but it wasn't completed. I didn't see the one to Whop Fillier.
It was beautiful. Anything else on the offensive side of the ball? Is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. I think we got it covered, pretty well covered.
Well, hey, hold on. I got a great segue. Speaking of covered, sounds like Patrick Peterson is holding his own against some of the top 2 wide receivers out there.
I saw a clip where Justin Jefferson got behind him. Kind of big one.
I mean, Justin Jefferson is damn good, but Patrick Peterson is, Patrick Peterson over the last couple of years is not the Patrick Peterson of 2015 by any means, but there's been some reports that he's looking pretty good out there.
Some say I'm not the Lupagus of 2017.
No, you're not.
All right, let's go defense.
What's that?
Let's go to defense. I'm excited.
We're on defense.
Right.
DJ Wanham. This is the best part.
Yeah,
that I saw today is the fact that they had DJ Wanham out there at outside linebacker just to go in. It's one job, go get your ass and get on that quarterback.
I love that he's scheming, that he's mixing it up already. You got 3 defensive ends on the field at one time. And I hope this carries over to the season. I feel like Mike Zimmer kind of hasn't been very missionary the last couple of years, not mixing up, not getting creative. NFL is an evolving game. Offenses are changing, and you got to keep up on the defensive side of football. So I hope this is just a sign of things to come. And Mike Zimmer just puts out some crazy ass looks this year on defense. And DJ Wanham playing outside linebacker, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, let's get Wanham out there. Let's throw a little Kenny Willekes, sprinkle a little Willekes out there, see what he's got to offer. But I love this. I love it. We got some good young defensive ends. Let's get their ass out on the field. We have 2 very capable linebackers to hold their own. So we'll see. Speaking of linebackers, Nick Vigil seems to be pretty much years ahead of every other linebacker. I think he's going to be our linebacker 3.
Well, and I mean, that's not a shocking move. The guy's got experience. He understands he's been a solid player. He's not great. He's been solid. So comes in, knows what he's doing. So that doesn't surprise me one bit. Let's go over to the cornerback side. Bashaud Breeland now. This is what interesting to me. And we talked about this, I think, in a video a couple months ago, but I think who starts opposite Patrick Peterson is definitely up for grabs. Bashaud Breeland, Cam Dantzler. Breeland kind of took over for him today, and he looked good. He had a pick, solid in coverage. So this is going to be a battle. I think it's going to carry over all through camp.
Yeah, and I told you, Breeland, and I think we have a bet on this. I think we have some sort of bet where you were just so in on Dantzler and Breeland.
I still am all in on Dantzler.
Breeland's going to see a lot of playing time this year, a lot of playing time, whether he's starting or not. He's going to be a big piece of this defense, and I'm very excited that he's having a very good start to camp.
Yeah, he is, and it's good to see. And speaking of great start, Kenzie Alexander, maybe the star of the day today, solid in coverage. Did he have a pick? I believe he had a pick. He's just been looking like syrup out there. He's so sticky.
Oh, wow. Yes. Kenzie Alexander, the one that got away. I'm just going to pretend he did not have that year in Cincinnati. He is back. He is a Viking through and through, and he's performing well. I love that guy. I love him.
I call him Golden Griddle from what I hear.
More of a Miss Buttersworth.
It tastes like syrup. Tastes like ass.
Microwave it, turns into just gets real wet. Real wet.
When it comes out of the bottle.
I'm just saying it gets real wetter. I think those are pretty much everything. I want to who give me a name that you're surprised or maybe disappointed that you're not hearing about. Like who's a guy that you just really wish you're hearing more about?
I'm a little surprised. I haven't heard anything about Chaz Surratt. Like nothing. There hasn't been a peep.
Chaz Surratt has been in the mix out there. He's been out there with the ones.
I haven't heard anything. I've been listening, looking. I can't find anything.
I did see he's been out there with the ones. One guy I was hoping to hear a little bit about by now, and maybe I just missed it, was Zach Davidson. Another guy, actually Zach Davidson and Conklin. I mean, is Conklin there? I haven't heard a single thing about the Conkadonk.
He's there. He's doing what he's got to do. But sometimes when you hear things, it's not always good. Just doing your job isn't always bad. I mean, Davidson, we heard plenty in OTAs and mini camp, so I'm not really concerned there.
I'm hoping to hear some more about Davidson. I'm hoping to hear some more about these rookie defensive ends, but it is very young. There is no need to get our purple panties in a bunch. There's plenty of time left.
Is Dan Chisena even playing?
Probably not for long. Probably not for long. We will see, but that pretty much wraps up day 3. That pretty much wraps up day 3. We'll be back hot and heavy over the weekend and then early next week for sure.
Yeah, we may not be around tomorrow. I know we're both going to be out. So day 5 we'll definitely have covered. Maybe a day 4 recap mixed in with that. But again, if you guys are going to training camp this weekend, enjoy it. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful weather-wise. Watch these Vikings. Watch everybody. Let us know what you see. And also remember this. Female kangaroos have 3 vaginas, and the males have 2 dicks.